Hi, welcome back to my channel, and for today's video, we will be talking about the prime ideal rings and domains. Okay, so we will start with this definition. Let X be a subset of R in the set containing AI such that I is an element of I, and this set is the family of all left ideals in R, which contains X. Then the intersection AI is called the left ideal generated by X. And this ideal is denoted by this symbol. Yan. Now, kung naaalala nyo from the previous video, we have shown that this is already an ideal in R. So basically, yung ideal na pinoprove natin sa previous video, this is actually denoted by this symbol, and we call this as the ideal generated by X. The second definition tells us about this, that if X contains X sub 1 up to X sub n, then the ideal generated by the set X may be denoted by this instead, and is said to be finitely generated kasi finite lang yung elements niya. Next definition says that an ideal generated by a single element X, okay, is called a principal ideal. So siya na yung tinatawag nating principal ideal. A principal ideal ring is a ring in which every ideal is principal. And a principal ideal ring which is an integral domain at the same time is called principal ideal domain. This one and this one. So when we talk of the integral domain, so this is a commutative ring, tama? So it's a commutative ring with 1R and has no zero divisor. So let's say this, for example, if your S contains the set A, so it's a singleton set, the implication for this is the ideal generated by A is the set containing RA, such that R is an element of R. So in this case, this is the principal ideal kasi generated lang siya ng isang element. Now, let us say, for example, yung kanina, S, it contains A1 up to AN. So this means to say that the ideal generated by S, or the ideal generated by A1 up to AN, so this is equal to R1A1 plus R2A2 plus and so on until RNAN, such that your R1 up to RAN are elements of R. So in this case, ito yung itsura niya. And in fact, this guy here, as you can see, para siyang linear combination. But take note of that word, because when we talk about linear combination, we might always think this is for vectors. But in general, for the abstract algebra, it is R linear combination. Your R here represents the ring. Now, in fact, as you can see, this is closed under addition. Also, this is closed under multiplication by elements in R. Yan. So let's say, for example, I have another, this one. So it's an ideal generated by single element 6. So I mean, we're talking about the set of integers. So this is 6k, such that k is an element of Z. But when I have this 4a, 4, 6, that means to say we're talking about in the integers as well. So this is 4a plus 6b, such that your a and b are elements of Z. Now, as you can see, this is not equal to a principal ideal generated by 2, although this guy here is a multiple of 2. Now, one example when we talk about principal ideal domain, this is the Z. Kasi as you can see, it has no zero divisor, and it's a commutative ring, so it's an integral domain, and it's a principal ideal, so it's a principal ideal domain. Now, the fact that we have discussed about this principal ideal domain and principal ideal ring, let's consider the fact that R is a ring, and let's say I is an ideal of R. Now, observe that the additive group R is abelian, and I is a normal subgroup. So, ang additive group R natin is abelian. Okay? And also, I is a normal subgroup ni R. Consequently, there is a well-defined quotient group na R mod I in which the addition is given by A plus I, B plus I, plus yan equals A plus B plus I. And if we have to do with the multiplication, A plus I times B plus I, the product is AB plus I. So as you can see, this R mod I here can in fact be made into a ring. Now, as you can see also, why are we needing ideals when we are focusing on this? Now, remember in groups, ang quotient niya is binormal subgroup. But in rings, ang quotient niya is ideals. And also, if your A here is congruent to A prime mod I, and your B here is congruent to B prime mod I, this implies that your AB minus A prime, B prime are actually element of I must hold. So this means that this is exactly why we require an ideal I. And in fact, let's say I have a mapping pi that is R to R mod I. So this is a ring homomorphism. This ring homomorphism is defined by sending A to A plus I. So every time I'll take the A and ibabala ko siya sa pi, ang lalabas A plus I. This pi here has the properties that it is surjective. So it's onto. And the kernel of this is the I. Now, this mapping actually is a canonical projection. So why are we so sure that the kernel is I? Now recall here that the phi of the phi that maps R to S, the kernel for this is, di ba, ito siya dapat, this is A in R such that P of A is the zero of S. Tama? And what is the zero of R mod I? Di ba this is 0 plus I? But this is the same as I. So that means to say that the zero coset here is the ideal I itself. Okay, now, so what's the kernel of pi? So this means to say that you have A in R such that pi of A is 0 in R mod I. Tama? But again, this is defined, di ba ang definition ng pi natin is sending A to A plus I. So this means to say that pi of A is A plus I, no? But this is the same as I in I. So, therefore, yung kernel niya is the I talaga. Okay, let's have this for example. Let's say I have a mapping pi from Z to Z mod 6Z. So that means if I'm gonna take the A from Z, the result for that is A plus 6Z, tama? The 0 in the quotient is the 6Z. So 0 in the quotient is 6Z. If and only if your A, of course, element of 6Z. So this implies that your kernel of pi equals 6Z And this is the ideal generated by 6. And why is this important? Because the notion would actually lead us to the isomorphism theorems, which I will be discussing in the next video. Okay, to summarize or to formalize the discussion earlier, so we have this theorem as a summary. So it says here that if R is a ring and I an ideal of R, then the additive quotient group, that is this one, is a ring with multiplication given by this. Okay, yung kaninang pinakita ko. But this time, we have to formalize this. And if R is commutative or has an identity, then the same is true for the R mod I. Okay, so let's prove that. So suppose A plus I equals A prime plus I and B plus I equals B prime plus I. Now, why am I doing this? The reason why I'm doing this is because I want to show first that the multiplication on R mod I is well defined. So that means to say I'm gonna show that ito yung goal ko, that AB plus I is just the same as A prime B prime plus I. Yan. Now, since A plus I is equal to A prime plus I, and A prime is an element of A prime plus I, which is the same as A plus I, it follows that A prime is equal to A plus I. This is for some I in I. Okay. Of course, similarly, your B prime equals B plus J. This is for some J in I. So consequently, A prime B prime, this is the same as A plus I, no? And this is B plus J. But this is the same as AB plus IB plus AJ plus IJ. And since I is ideal, A prime B prime minus AB, this is equal to IB, no? Plus EJ plus IJ. This is an element of I because this guy here is an element of I. So this means na well-defined siya kasi the implication for that is A prime B prime plus I equals AB plus I. Now, ang ipapakita natin yung proof that R mod I is a ring. This is already a routine. So, una is we verify the right distributive law. So, let X be A plus I. At Y natin is B plus I. And Z natin is C plus I. And they are elements of R mod I. Okay. And remember, your A and B and your C are in R. So what's the implication then? If I'm gonna multiply this one, this is A plus I plus B plus I multiplied sa labas ng C plus I. But if you're gonna multiply this is just A plus B plus I, no? And it's multiplied by C plus I. But if you multiply it further, this is just A plus B plus C sa labas plus I. This is the right distributive law in R. And this is AC plus BC plus I, no? And it's the same as AC plus I plus BC plus I. And if I'm gonna separate this further, I have A plus I, C plus I, and this one is B plus I, C plus I. And take note, this is just XZ. Diba? Ito yung X, ito yung Z, plus YZ. Okay, so ang right distributive law pala holds. Okay, now, if R has an identity, then the implication is 1R plus I is the identity in R mod I. And if R is commutative, then 1R plus I is the identity for A plus I, B plus I in R mod I. Your A plus I times B plus I, this is AB plus I. But because R is commutative, this is the same as BA plus I. But I can have this as B plus I, A plus I. And so this one tells us that your R mod I is commutative. That's it. So if you have any question or clarification, please let me know. And that's all for today. Thank you so much for watching. So if you have any questions or clarification, please let me know so that we can discuss on that. And for those who are new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe so that you'll be updated on a lot of videos that I'll be uploading soon. Thank you and have a great day.